Hello fellow teachers. As the summer sabbatical comes to an end and the autumn feel replaces it, I just wanted to send you a message from my shed. My name's Tim. I'm a teacher of economics and business, father of 2 children, husband, school-based rep, caseworker and the negotiating secretary for 385 plus schools across West Sussex. Don't start to feel anxious, hassled or worried. You've been doing this job for so long, or long enough to know that you're good at it. Plus you're not alone. You have the teachers union by your side and you have a regional centre behind you. Plus you also have me. So as you're thinking about going back to work this week, remember there are certain things, established things in place to protect you and more importantly set you up for success. I've picked the top 5 that I see far too many poor examples of, and I wanted to remind you what they are. Number 1, the directed time calendar. It's an important one because you're contracted to work 1265 hours over 195 days. If you haven't seen yours yet, you need to ask for it as a priority because it soon can become a bit of an issue for your school if you've not seen it. So at some point, ask for a copy specific to your contract type if you haven't had it already. The directed time calendar protects you from having other stuff shoehorned in to your working day, your working week, and your calendar's year. You can't plan if people are stuffing stuff in extra. Number 2, TLRs. If you're a TLR holder, check you're getting paid at the right level for that TLR and have been given the time to do the job properly. There can be no expectation for you to do a job if you've neither been given the money to do it or the time to do it successfully. This appears to be a bigger issue in our primary school with our primary colleagues. So don't go back to work stressed or getting stressed because you're a TLR holder if you're not getting paid or have significant time to successfully carry out a TLR properly. Number 3, behaviour policy. My question here is your behaviour policy effective enough to deal with the students in your school setting? Also, does the sanction ladder that supports the behaviour policy positively manage student behaviour? If the answer to either of these or both of these questions is no, then it's not your fault that the behaviour in your school isn't being managed effectively. But somebody needs to get a grip of it quickly. In the meantime, speak to your rep in your school. Number 4, lunchtime duties. Schools are not allowed to ask you to work your lunch times or cover an activity, a class or a duty unless you choose to do so and they choose to pay you for doing so. A lunchtime break, to have lunch quietly, privately, is not a luxury. And finally, number 5, please don't put up with adverse management practices. Most of the work I do across West Sussex County Council could be summarised under that heading. West Sussex County Council go to great length to set policies and procedures agreed with all the unions to ensure that the 15,000 people working in education across the county are looked after, cared for and supportive. If, however, your school chooses to behave differently, ignores the policies, behaves unethically, not supportively, get in touch. In a nutshell, if it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. If your school leadership has a different interpretation to the expectation of your employer, let us know so we can challenge it. I'm also happy to report it to West Sussex County Council to let them know what's going on in your school if it's bad enough to do so. So, get in touch about any of the 5 points I've mentioned, but please don't go back to work feeling anxious, feeling worried, feeling scared, feeling bothered, because that's not what you're paid to do. And that shouldn't be how you're feeling, because that's not going to get the best out of you for the people that we serve. Also, please don't let anything escalate as the pressure of the new term starts to build up. Get in touch sooner than later. if you're subject to any of the above or struggling to cope as a result of any of the above. I hope that you are feeling recharged after the summer 6 weeks off and have an enjoyable and seamlessly positive start to the new year. Really looking forward to meeting you this year. If I haven't met you already, my contact details are on the NESUWT website. So just search for West Sussex and I pop up with Sade, the National Executive Member. And if I haven't met you, I look forward to meeting you at one of the local association meetings in West Sussex North or South. And I also look forward to meeting you at the annual conference if you decide you'd like to go to Birmingham next Easter weekend. So if you do want to go to Birmingham next weekend in Easter, get in touch with your local association or go to that local association meeting to get your name down for a place and meet like-minded people that think like you. Anyway, that's all for now. I've rambled on for too long. Thank you for listening, and shout if you need anything. Oh, P.S. If you do have time to tick 10 boxes in the survey attached to this, it'll give me a feel for what you're actually experiencing out there across West Sussex. It's always good to have a barometer of what's actually going on once a year, and I normally send out a little message and a survey about this time. In fact, I'm slightly late. That's it. Thank you for listening and have a great first term back. Bye for now.